Shaza's Creations, your one-stop shop when it comes to customization. Totes, tees, tumblers, hats, and more. Looking for a customized gift idea for a graduation, birthday party, baby shower, or just a unique creation of your own? Check out Shaza's Creations as seen here on Whitney D TV. Female, Black owned. Use my promo in the description box down below and let her know Whitney D of Whitney D TV sent you. Thank you. Bye.
What's up, Jewel Gang? So I would like to address this white woman who goes by the name of Nikki Marie on Facebook. Her page is private, but her DMs are wide open. You see, this scarecrow thought it'd be a good idea to slide in a black woman's DM, bully and harass her over having a small disability. Pause and read. Pause and read. Pause and read. You see, this beautiful black woman you decided to harass for having a small disability, when being compared to you is walking art. Black women are literally walking Picassos, which is why snow roaches like you envy us so much. You look like the cashier at H-E-B that has to call the manager every 5 seconds because you're too stupid to work the register. You look like splattered bird shit dried up on the side of someone's car. You couldn't match her beauty if she gave you an audio booklet with a step-by-step description on how to do so. And between me and you, I'm the bigger bully. Sit your ass down.
But you really lame. Did you really think you could play me? Boy, you better think again. Quick to say these girls ain't loyal, but you got 7 girls sitting paying your phone. Now tell me who's really loyal? It ain't you. These boys ain't loyal, talking about us girls, saying that we all bodies. But us girls will hold it down, pick you up when you down, and give you anything you want. You're trying to run game that's already been paid, gonna get your heart broken. Do you know who you are dealing with? Liar, liar. Thought you were slick.
What up, everybody? Hello. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney.
What up, everybody? Hello. Good evening. Happy Wednesday to you all, or whatever. How you guys doing? Okay, I'm so sorry I was a little late, okay, because the devil was trying me tonight. He know what was in store for tonight, and I had the most excruciating toothache throughout the day. And so I was actually in the process, I was going to cancel. And my husband said, "No, you're not." And I was like, you know what? I'm not. And immediately when I made the decision that I wasn't going to cancel, it went away. So here I am. I'm appreciative of you guys tuning in. I'm about to get into this chat and see who's all up in here. Hey, Shauna, you said it. You were like, I am excited. I can't wait for Where Were the Parents? So here you are. Hello, good evening. Hey, Nene. Hey, Honey Bunches. Hey, Amber, my love bug. Hello. Hey, Sweet and Humble. How are you? Good evening. Hey, Marcus. Welcome back. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, hello. Hey, Queen Bean. Hey, Miss Lewis. Hey, Gillian. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey, Nikki. Hello, everybody. Okay, I think that I said hello to mostly everybody. Anybody new come in, you guys know what to do. You know how to greet them accordingly, okay? So welcome you guys to Where Were the Parents Wednesday, okay? So this is my first installment. I'm sorry I'm scared looking down because I'm just trying to confirm some things before we move into everything. Oh my gosh, I'm excited about tonight. I'm very, very much so excited. I've done my research and I'm just excited. So let's go ahead and get into everything. Toothaches are of the devil. I hope you're doing better. Yeah, look, you know what? To whom much is given, much is required. So I know the enemy is pissed. I mean, he tried to destroy me all last week with all those sudden deaths around me. That didn't work. Then he tried to do what he did with my brother. That didn't work. And so now he's trying to do this toothache. It ain't work. So I know he's upset because he knew the importance of tonight. So it is what it is. You know, I'm strong. Thank you guys so much for your prayers because they really do work. Okay. Not for nothing. Let's get into everything. Okay. Let's get into everything. Okay. Before we begin, though, you know, I'm always going to give you guys an update of what's going on with the current trial with R.Kelly. Know that this night, though, Wednesday night, Where Were the Parents are not going to be geared around the R.Kelly trial. So if you guys come here to get the tea, baby, it's not going to always be a R.Kelly or surrounding story. Tonight is. Okay. But next week is going to be something totally different. Okay. But not for nothing, I want to get into an update in regards to the trial. And then we're going to get into the skinny of who we're going to be talking about tonight. This is going to be good. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Make sure you guys got your snack pack. Okay. And I got some exclusive information. Okay. So, or whatever. Okay, so let's get into this. Get into this update real quick. Okay, there we go.
Welcome back. A claim of a hostile work environment and strict rules for R. Kelly's girlfriends. Those were the topics of discussion at a sex trafficking and racketeering trial. Alyssa Mayweather was a personal assistant. She testified that she traveled with R. Kelly's girlfriends. I hesitate every time I have to say that word in relation to this case. But she traveled with them on tour. She said she had he had strict rules and that the girls were not allowed to interact with men, even if it was a cashier. They were buying something. Under cross-examination, she said she didn't see the singer with underage girls, which is difficult to believe, or witness any abuse. But another former employee named Nicholas Williams testified Kelly always seemed to be around young girls. Williams said Kelly was always angry, liked to yell, and he quit because it was just a hostile work environment. So a lot to unpack once again this morning. For analysis on the trial, we're joined by BNC's justice correspondent, Candace Kelly. Good morning to you, Candace.
Good morning.
The former employee, good morning, Nicholas, let's start there, testifying that when he knew Kelly's wife was coming, he'd give the Star a piece of paper that said, quote, important is on the way. And then he would hide Kelly's girlfriends. Now, we know cheating, not illegal. So how does this help the prosecution's case?
Well, it helps the prosecution by putting R.Kelly in a position where he is managing everything that's going on, whether he's managing how to move girlfriends around, whether he's managing where they should be sleeping, where they can't sleep, when they can and cannot eat. What we are getting to with the prosecution is creating a picture where R.Kelly is the one in charge. And this points to this whole idea that if he's in charge, if he's docking pay when people don't do what he says they are supposed to do, then this definitely becomes a problem where you have people working in an effort to do something for R.Kelly. And that's what the prosecution wants to set up. They want to put him in charge. They want to put him in a position where he is telling people what to do so that they can see him in this light, that he is this person that tells people what to do and how things should unfold. So when my wife is coming, I want that notification so I can hide my girlfriend. So this is good and strong for the prosecution.
Yeah, at some point, Candace, and maybe not this morning, but we do need to talk more about the wife. We've heard very little about the wife and whether she'll factor into this testimony and the like. But the jury also heard about text messages. They were revealing, to say the least. But how damning are they?
I think that they were very damning because of the fact that you have someone who's on R. Kelly's team saying, listen, in these text messages, as she read them, I think that these girls' eyes look puffy. These girls look hurt. Why did this girl sleep on the tour bus? This is someone who should be 18-year-old somewhere, being in high school. Why is she here? She also had a very interesting text message that said, something is really, really strange about the behavior of these young women. And she said that she told someone on her team that this is someone who should run and never come back. So this puts someone in the position where they're seeing that things are going very, very wrong, which leads you to ask the question, well, did R. Kelly see something wrong? Did other people see something wrong? I think this also brings up the point, though, that these are witnesses. All the assistants have been very, very cautious. And I think that they don't want to open themselves up to civil liability down the line or other liability on a state level, because if you're that close and you are saying in a text, run, I think that these young women should run and never look back, well, then you probably have some culpability in that because you've seen something wrong. So I'm not sure how candid these witnesses are being, because they really are protecting themselves too.
Yeah, they are. It's that old saying, Candace, it takes a village to raise a child. It seems in this case, it takes a village to kind of keep all this illicit activity, these allegations working in concert here.
All right. So you guys are fully aware of what tonight is about. As I told you, tonight, however, we're going to dive deep into the R. Kelly trial. All right. And the reason why I wanted you guys to hear this particular clip, because in lieu of this trial, everyone throws out, where were the parents? I want to welcome you guys to our first installation of Where Were the Parents? And we're going to take a look at the Mayweather twins, Suzette and Aset Mayweather, in regards to several opportunities that these individuals had to bring this information to not only the police, but the parents themselves. So join me tonight as we revisit testimonials from Suzette Mayweather. And as we hear, her being in close proximity on several occasions with the parents of Azriel Clary. So I want to welcome you guys to Whitney DTV, Where Were the Parents? Wednesday. All right, you guys. So welcome again. Make sure you guys keep it cute so you won't get the boot. Okay. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. All right. Now, to support my channel and to get more content in regards to this, you can donate here. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this. Okay. As you guys heard, got some hair going in my eye. Hold on. Wait a minute. Pause for the cause. See, the devil busy, baby. He know what's gooey. He know what we about to get into, and he don't want that, but that's all right. I'll keep doing it with an eyelash in my eye. All that matters. All right. That's why I ain't got no beat face or nothing. We finna get into the skinny of things. Thank you, Neek. Hey, are you ready? Okay. Join me if you don't mind. Suzette Mayweather, the twin, the sister of Osette Mayweather. Suzette, however, she testified on earlier in the trial. Okay, her sister took trial just this week. Let's get into what her sister had to say in regards to her experience with R.Kelly. And we're getting this from Insider. An R. Kelly assistant said one of his 18-year-old accusers should run and never come back. Text messages show. This is Osette, twin of Suzette, who testimony we will hear shortly. What you're about to hear is text messages and conversations that she had in regards to these alleged victims, if you will. She's corresponding with other employees and her sister. This is what she had to say in regards to everything. A former assistant to R. Kelly testified Tuesday at the singer's sex crimes trial about her concern for his girlfriends, reading a text message in which she said one 18-year-old should leave and never come back. The former personal assistant, Osette Mayweather, read to the jury from dozens of texts she sent to Kelly and other employees while she worked for the singer. On one occasion in May of 2016, she supervised an 18-year-old girlfriend of Kelly's, identified as Jane, which we are to confirm Azriel Clary, who had slept overnight in a tour bus parked outside his Chicago music studio. Mayweather texted another Kelly employee that Azriel looked rough and that her eyes were puffy, suggesting she go back to her home in Florida. When she gets to Florida, she should never come back. Mayweather wrote in the text messages, she should be living the life of an 18-year-old high school senior. On Monday and Tuesday, Mayweather testified about working as an assistant for Kelly between December 2015 and June of 2016. Now, at times, she worked in tandem and with her twin sister, Suzette Mayweather, who testified earlier in the trial. Prosecutors have accused Kelly of directing employees to procure women for sex and then sexually abusing them. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges, and his trial in Brooklyn federal court is in its fourth week of testimony. The Jane who Osette Mayweather referred to on the stand, testified earlier in the trial. She accused Kelly of perpetrating years of sexual and physical abuse and described for juries the bizarre and cult-like rules Kelly imposed on her, from dictating when she could go to the bathroom to forcing her to get an abortion. Mayweather testified that she never personally saw Kelly assault or abuse anyone, but she described circumstances where younger women around Kelly appeared hurt. Jane was close to graduating high school when Mayweather said she slept on the tour bus. Kelly was 49 at the time. It wasn't clear from Mayweather's testimony why Jane wasn't allowed to enter the Chicago studio, which had bedrooms. Something is really strange about the behavior and treatment of the little one. Mayweather texts another employee. The punishment is real. Kelly's punishment may have extended to other women with whom the singer had closer relationships. Mayweather testified she said Kelly told her he'd punished Juice, another young woman in Kelly's orbit. Suzette Mayweather previously testified that Juice was a family friend of Kelly's and other accusers in the trial, and said Juice often led the way in bringing other women into sexual activities with the singer. Juice gets punished too, Kelly told Mayweather, she testified. In cross-examination, Kelly's lawyer, Mr. Canick, suggested that Jane had to stay on the tour bus in order to finish work she needed to graduate high school. He described it as a luxury bus, saying it had beds, a refrigerator, and a microwave. Canick pointed out that Kelly himself would stay on the bus for long periods of time while traversing the traveling country for concerts. Mayweather disagreed with the characterization. I wouldn't call it luxury, she said. I want you guys to keep that picture in your head. All right. I want to share something else with you as we get into this terms. Okay. Now, let's take a look at Suzette's testimony. We heard Aset, and she texted that she needed to go home. Let's see what happened in regards to Suzette, who actually stated in testimony that she traveled with the Jane Doe in which her sister said should stay where she was. Let's see where the parents were in this situation, shall we? All right. All right. I'll take you to Suzette. Okay. Let's travel up and see how long she has been a part of the dynamics when it comes to the likes of R.Kelly, shall we? I take you to the transcripts. This is not alleged. This is not my words. This is her words. Okay. So let's see what she said in this transcript, shall we? On page 1989. Okay. Mind you, she was with Kelly since the 90s, okay, for years, all right, just as long as her sister was as well. Almost there, you guys. All right. On page 1989. This was a question posed by prosecution. just curious as, to who she was, because, the introduction, and just curious as to who she was and why she was traveling with him. Prosecution asked, and why were you curious? She said, young lady traveling with him. Prosecution asked, how did Jane Azriel appear to you when you met him during that trip? Suzette asked, in terms of prosecution, says age. She states she looked young. So, according to her observation, Azriel looked young. Let's continue. Let's mark that. That was page 1989. Let's continue. I want to take you to page 2039. Actually, yeah. We can do that. You know what? No, we're going to go to 2039. I just want to validate something that was in the transcripts, and I didn't mark it, so I'm just trying to go by how I lined up everything. However, when asked, how did Jane Doe, Azriel, get in custody of you guys, of R.Kelly? Suzette even makes statements that she got consent from her parents. However, the consent wasn't to R.Kelly. Oh, no. She even confirms that the consent was to a female individual who was employed by the record company, wasn't really in any kind of affiliation with the likes of even R.Kelly himself. Let's continue, shall we? On page 2039. Almost there, you guys. All right. Now, what we're about to get into, Azriel's rehearsal. This was the first opportunity, I want to say, and I have my sources on standby. This is the first opportunity in which she comes in correspondence with the parents. Let's see what happened here, shall we? During that time period, were you with the defendant, traveling with the defendant? She answers, May of 2015. May of 2015. No. Do you recall being in Jacksonville in May of 2015? I don't recall. Wait, I'm sorry. May of 2015? No, May of 2016, she says. So she corrects him. Sorry, May of 2016. That's my fault. May 2016. Do you recall being in Jacksonville? Yes. Why were you in Jacksonville? He had a show. The defendant had a show? Yes. Was Jane present? Azriel Clary. Yes. What, if anything, did the defendant ask you to do with respects to Jane? To drive her to her graduation rehearsal. And did you drive her to the graduation rehearsal? Yes. What graduation was that for? High school. Now, the funny thing about her answering high school is because earlier in her testimony, Suzette stated she was under the impression that Azriel was a 18-year-old college student. Very perplexing because you initially stated that she looked young and that you, excuse me, let me just stick to the transcript, okay? Where did you drive her to? I think it was Orlando or just right outside of Orlando. Did Jane attend the graduation rehearsal? Yes. After the graduation rehearsal, did you and Jane stay overnight in Orlando? No. Where did you go? After the graduation rehearsal, I took her to have dinner with her parents and her family. Where were the parents? Where were the parents? Mind you, earlier in testimony, she states of things that she saw that she just didn't understand. There were text messages correlating with her sister. If you remember, correlating with her sisters making statements that when she got back to Florida, she should stay. She should run. But it says right here, you met with her family. You met with her parents. I'm sorry. To me, it just seems as though you had an opportunity to pull aside her parents and tell them, your daughter's in danger. Because if you remember, let me guys take you back on a time span. Just roll with me here. Just roll with me here.
Angry.
Do we remember this interview? Let's see what the parents had to say in regards to where they were and what their understanding was.
Cohorts and who would by any means necessary.
He's the problem. He don't have a sickness. He made a choice.
And this is what you guys fail to realize. It was not just R.Kelly that was doing this. It was not only just him and his handlers and his cohorts and who, whatever you want to call him.
It was my daughter,
It
too.
was also our daughter, because you have to understand, she was lying and duping us and pulling the wool over our eyes from the beginning.
When you look back on it, what do you think the mistakes that you made? Do you take any
I
responsibility
take
for
full
the situation that you're in?
responsibility. We never denied responsibility. I feel like I failed my daughter because I should have saw different signs.
Please forgive me. During this rehearsal, their daughter, Azriel, came in sweats. We're talking about Florida weather. And as you heard, Suzette said nothing. As you heard, it was not just his cohorts, it was their daughter. Azriel said nothing. Would you like proof as to what she was wearing? Give me a moment. Give me a moment while I upload this picture. This is exclusive, you guys. You're not going to see this anywhere else. So give me a moment while I protect her privacy. Hey, you guys, welcome. I'm just uploading these pictures just to let you guys know how involved. Guys want to constantly say where the parents were. Show you how. I want y'all to see what Azriel had on during her rehearsal. All right. This is an exclusive image, you guys. And when I show this picture, I want you to concentrate on the other individuals around. Here we go. Put my watermark up. Let me share my screen. Uh-oh. There we go. I want you to concentrate on the other individuals around and what they had on. Wow, Jane has this attire on. Mm-hmm. This is what she had on in Florida for her graduation rehearsal. No one said a thing. Let me take you to a second image. Okay? Pay attention to what the attire is and the weather. Okay? No one said anything. I don't mean to be ignorant, but if I'm a parent and if I know something is going on with my child, ain't no way in hell I will allow my child to continue with this process. But this wasn't the first opportunity that Miss Suzette had to talk to the parents. Let's take a visit at when she had another opportunity to let the parents know. See, the thing is, in regards to everything, is whenever you have all the information, you can make a proper assessment. But when you don't have full details, how can one really blame? Let's continue though, shall we? I want to take you to page 276 of the transcripts. Let's see what happened there, shall we? Oh, wait, it's a 2076, my bad. 2076. So, yes, he did ask me about my identification because he wanted me to rent a vehicle to take her. And I told him that I did not have my identification with me. Right. And so it was later resolved that we would, thank you, baby, that we would take the security truck, which was an SUV. I think a Suburban. So we took that to Jacksonville. So I drove her in the security van to Jacksonville. You drove her in the security van? Yes. And when you drove her in the security van, basically you took her to her family, right? I did. And she and her family had dinner. They did. You had dinner with the family. I did not. Oh, but she was in the vicinity. Let's continue. But you did connect with her family. I did. And she had dinner. How long did she stay with the family? I would say maybe 3 or 4 hours. So from 3 or 4 hours, you weren't with them, right? I was not. Sorry again. Excuse me for my ignorance. But you had 3 to 4 more hours of opportunity to let her parents know. Take your child and run. She said nothing. As the testimony continues, you hear her say that they just moseyed on. This is something that I want to pose to you guys. As a parent, we can miss some signs. Absolutely. We miss signs. But parent to parent, as a parent, and you were here in the testimony, she refers as Riel as niece. Pardon me, but my nieces, I wouldn't allow certain opportunities to raise their heads. My nieces and I have fallen out because I tell it, because I care about their well-being. Seems to me Miss Suzette was stating to some validity that she was a parental advisor when as real parents weren't privy to. So when asked where the parents were, oblivious, maybe passive, but it seems to me with better judgment, I mean, as a parent, I would think my child I could trust. But see, the child that they had was no more. Because see, the mental manipulation had already transpired. Yeah. See, when asked, well, why are you looking like that, ass? Oh, Dad, we working out. Gotta work out after this. Oh, okay. Shame on them, right? Because they didn't know. But no one is paying attention to the actions thereafter when receiving all of the information. What transpired after that was a fight. Regardless of how you like the fight to have been, not once did they give up. However, when asking where the parents were in this situation, they were present. Were they privy to everything that was going on to make them be alarmed? No. So if you're under the impression my child is in great hands with Allstate and everybody's playing a part, even my child, whom I trust, whom I would think as a parent that I instill proper morals and guidance in. But I messed up. I didn't see the signs. But Suzette did. Osette did. So much so, they texting each other. But nobody warned the parents. Nobody said, hey, grab her. She's in distress. But they could text it to each other. Suzette had 2 opportunities. 2, where she came in proximity with the parents who knew nothing. She kept her head straight and did her job. Not saying anything to the parents, not warning, not a letter, not a smoke signal. When she dropped her off at rehearsal, she turned her back and allowed her to do what she needed to do. Saying nothing to the parents. Bringing her back to her graduation in the restaurant, sitting at a distance. She said nothing. By now, their daughter is 18. What can they really do? They were duped from the beginning. So, when asked, in this situation, where were the parents? Naive, too trusting of their children, of their child, trusting of a process that they knew would take their child to another level. Maybe. But if you ask me, there's still a deflection of who the blame should have been. No one stated anything to these parents. They just kept it pushing. I just hate to believe that any parent in their right mind, now you got some crazy ones, but a parent in their right mind, knowing everything, would snatch their child up out of there. But if you turn to your child and they say, we good. We good. For 7 hours, their daughter had them sweats on in Florida, outside in the heat, while all the other students and individuals had shorts on. When asked why you dressed like that? I'm going to go work out. Lie. And I know in the chat, you guys may be questioning like, well, that and the third. But if we go down the line of all these parents involved in this case, their children lied to them. But there were parents there. Suzette's a mother. So she sat back and watched her niece or another child go through this and said nothing to her parents. Yet y'all want to say where the parents were when they weren't on tour with this man, when they weren't obligating tasks and restroom breaks, when they sat back oblivious to what the heck was going on with their child, just like all the parents were. Remember just the other day how we were speaking on John Doe 1? Where was his parents? Right there. Right there. And R.Kelly still was able to sift him. Call me naive, but as a parent, I would have liked to have known. But in reality, do you really think at the beginning of everything, when they sat down, because mind you, if you listen to testimony and not just pick and choose what you wanted to hear, you heard Azriel state on the stand, her and R. Kelly went to convince her parents. The master manipulation had already begun. The parents were just pawns. Unfortunately, they got duped. They got bamboozled. And as you heard them say in their interview, it wasn't just the cohorts and the handlers and stuff. It was our daughter. In that moment, that came to realization. Our daughter helped this. That can't be possible, right? Somebody got to be to blame, right? Shame on those parents. Shouldn't have trusted her. Should have known better. For those parents out there that try to do their best to work hard to provide for their children a better life, shame on you. They also, in the same interview, took accountability for not seeing the signs. Because as I showed you guys what she had on, it would have raised a flag to me. However, if I'm trusting my child and her honesty to me, and she's not showing me any signs of distress, I'm none the wiser. No shade. As Angelo and I have corresponded, and I've told him this, Azrael come off spoiled as hell to me. And he confirmed. See, in a lot of cases like that, when you put so much into your children, you get a little cloudy. And all you want is for them to flourish in life and thrive. And then they duke you. Can you imagine that feel? Let's go back to that interview real quick. I want y'all to hear this real quick.
Relating to the fact that their daughters were going to be safe, that their daughters were going to be looked after, that all of this was legit, that R.Kelly could be trusted.
From people in the inside, some of the other victims that we talked to, they all said that the girls have to prove their loyalty to him by any means necessary.
He's the problem. He don't have a sickness. He made a choice.
And this is what you guys fail to realize. It was not just R.Kelly that was doing this. It was not only just him and his handlers and his cohorts and who, whatever you want to call him.
It was my daughter,
It was
too.
also our daughter, because you have to understand, she was lying and duping us and pulling the wool over our eyes from the beginning.
When you look back on it, what do you think the mistakes that you made? Do you take any
I
responsibility
take
for
full
the situation that you're in?
responsibility. We never denied responsibility. I feel like I failed my daughter because I should have saw different signs. I should have saw the change in my baby girl.
How do you think this story is going to end with your?
Miss the signs. Miss the signs. I want to take it a smudging back, because they also, in this interview, state how she had a S attempt. See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people aren't putting in all these factors. Yeah, Trent, and you heard him take full responsibility. They missed the signs. But how many of us parents have missed the signs that could have taken our children from us? That have. let me just run this back, and I just want you guys to hear this.
Right?
She's saying you're messing up my chances.
And that's exactly what she
So
said.
that's what-
This is my opportunity. This is my big break.
Tempers eventually cooled, and the Clarys say they actually developed a professional relationship with R. Kelly over the next few months, even pitching various business deals, all of which he rejected. The Clarys say the singer had his own proposal: let Azriel join him on his tour full time.
He flew us into Chicago. We sat with him in his studio. We met with him. And he basically told us, yeah, I'm starting tour. Basically, y'all need to make a decision.
Azriel had dreams of becoming a singer, according to her parents, who say she dealt with personal struggles, including a suicide attempt following a bad breakup. That was before she met R. Kelly.
Y'all hear that? So, in the mind of a parent, I don't think as a parent I would test that. She done already got manipulated, right? And so now she comes with a stipulation. Let me do this, or I'm out. Again, as they just stated, she had an S attempt. She really was already not in her right mind. Spoiled on top of that. So yeah, you're right. But they even said it. Let me let you hear that again.
A bunch of people, a bunch of yes men and women that would provide assurance and comfort to these parents relating to the fact that their daughters were going to be safe, that their daughters were going to be looked after, that all of this was legit, that R. Kelly could be trusted.
From people in the inside.
Who would have thunk that? That this could have been their daughter's big break. Shame on those parents. Shame on them for entrusting somebody that with the likes of R. Kelly, who, let's be very clear, is a musical genius. However, he has dealt with the likes of Destiny's Child, Celine Dion, and the list goes on. He's not messed with everybody. Shame on them for thinking it wouldn't happen to us. Daddy's straight gangster. Oh, he ain't gonna try it. But he did. And he took their daughter along with him.
Some of the other victims that we talked to, they all said that the girls have to prove their loyalty to him by any means necessary.
He's the problem. He don't have a sickness. He made a choice.
And this is what you guys fail to realize. It was not just R. Kelly that was doing this. It was not only just him and his handlers and his cohorts and who, whatever you want to call him.
It was my daughter,
It was
too.
also our daughter, because you have to understand, she was lying and duping us and pulling the wool over our eyes from the beginning.
When you look back on it, what do you think the mistakes that you made?
Did y'all hear that? She was duking them from the beginning. From the beginning. But did you hear that? They were there from the beginning. Where were the parents? They never left. Just like the other parents. from what I hear in testimony.
May, do you take any
I
responsibility
take
for
full
the situation that you're
responsibility.
in?
We never denied responsibility. I feel like I failed my daughter because I should have saw different signs. I should have saw the change in my baby girl.
How do you think this story's
With this particular story, we want to blame. We want to hold someone accountable. In this particular story, when you ask where the parents were, right there. Did they make some bad calls? Absolutely. But they also took accountability. They built up a rapport with this man. Business deals and everything, never hiding that. So shame on them for trusting this man that they actually built a relationship with that was duking them too. If you ask me, where they messed up at? Trusting untrustworthy individuals, their daughter included. We will hear as this trial, as this case goes on, different parents and their involvements in this situation. And I feel as though everyone that's involved with this situation should most definitely be held accountable. But you gotta place blame where the blame belongs. You want to yell out and say that these parents sold their child? Who bought them? Who bought them? You want to say they should have known better. Absolutely right. They should have. But you show me a perfect parent, and I'll show you a lie. That's God's grace. There's no perfect parent. We make some very dumb decisions as parents in life. As I shared with you guys months back, I took my eyes off my son for 1 second and almost lost him in the pool. Shame on me, right? Horrible parent. It was a mistake. And unfortunately, this is a mistake that they are dealing with that has totally changed the course of their lives. Has anyone stepped back and just thought about how are they dealing with this? How is Az, after going through what she went through? Is she in her right mind still? Do they still have the young lady in which they once had? Impossible. Why? They lost her with the first lie. That's not how we raise our children, to lie to us, to tell us half truths, to deceive us. But when that seed is planted, you're going to reap the harvest thereof. So, by all means, the parents missed it. But the parents that were there that saw everything, said nothing. When my son was in the pool, there was a parent that helped me, that grasped my attention. What if she never did? So that question, where were the parents? Where were yours when that uncle, that cousin, that brother touched you? Where were those that just were working hard to provide for their children? That question that we pose to the parents, to me, is deflective. Especially when all the answers have been there. These particular set of parents, they've been there since the beginning. Yeah, true enough. You're right. They should have known better. They should have saw the signs. I mean, hell, she was in sweats in Florida when everybody had on shorts. Come on, Whitney. They knew better. Yet again, just like Lewis, whose parent did the exact same thing as Riel's parent. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah. So what happened was, just like Lewis and Azriel, they both presented their parents with the numbers. Yeah. Both parents called, text, and made arrangements for their children. The difference is, she's a female. She was fast. She wanted it. Shame on her parents. But Lewis, the boy, parents did the same thing. Where's the outrage? Where's the protest about his parents? His mama went full out. See, Miss Alice, she was doing what a momager did. Yeah, on the contrary to everybody's belief, in the transcripts, it states that Miss Alice, Clary, did what a momager does on behalf of her young child. First and foremost, trying to see what you trying to do with my child. But two, yes, this is what I do. I'm in music. Here are my links to my music. Oh, but Lewis' mom, we are a big fan. Yeah. Let me tell you about another set of parents involved in this situation. Aaliyah's parents. Yeah, there was this guy, Demetrius. Yeah. He stated that he saw some just too much friendliness between the likes of R.Kelly and Aaliyah. No one said nothing there either. Going on, she allegedly gets pregnant. They get married and just going with their merry way. Where were the parents? Where is the outrage? Mama says she never left her side. Oh, but on the contrary, she was sexually involved with R.Kelly. Unless you was present in the room, it would have to be some point where you took your eyes off of her. Shame on her. She should have known better. Because, see, there was a, thinking what her name was, Tiffany or Stephanie, that he paid under the table just a little bit before her. So to me, all these parents, where were they? None of them did their research. Shame on all these parents. We can't pick and choose the outrage. That's no good in this particular case. If we blame the parents, we gotta blame the handlers, all those that were involved, because they saw more than the parents and said nothing. There's no balance there. Unless you see and hear of a parent that knows everything that's going on with their child and they keep them there. There was one. You remember that video she was in back in 1919? Yeah. Paid her parents off. Where are the parents? Why did they let her stay? Wasn't her dad or uncle still drumming along? Where's the outrage? Where were the parents? We need to blame someone. But the blame is solely on R.Kelly. Nowhere in there did he send them back. Nowhere in there was he sweet and kind to them. See, it'd be different if he housed these girls and took them in and did all these things, and it was wonderful. We wouldn't be hearing about this. It would have been wonderful, but it wasn't. And if we're going to blame anybody, and that's where anybody was, it ain't the parents. It's the fool who abused, neglected, belittled, berated their children. And that's period. You may not like the actions of some of these parents. Understandable. Let's be realistic. But we can't lose sight and focus of who is really to blame in this whole situation. That's the adult. I shared on occasions with you guys. I'm in education. I have my child care certification for years. I'm very petite. I'm a very small frame individual. And so the students, you know, because it's schooler age students, right, would hit on me. You know, I'm cute or whatever. You know what I did? I told their mama. I told the advisor. You know, because I'm the adult. I don't play that. So am I to blame the little boy's mama for him hitting on me? Where was his parents when the little boy was hitting on me? Makes no sense. They entrusted their children in my care. And they could do that because I was the adult and I was the responsible adult. And being the responsible adult, you handle stuff like that. And he did not. Not once did any of those individuals that were surrounding him speak out. Not once. And just maybe because they were in fear of R.Kelly, or just maybe they wanted them pesos. None the wiser. But you do have parents that were aware. Those are the parents in which the energy needs to go, but not these parents that was none the wiser. See, give me all the context clues and let me make a proper assessment as a parent. See, that's what we're supposed to do. See, I tell my daughter, being a product of childhood sexual abuse, I tell my daughter to tell me everything. I get on my older children, my son, to say the least. I remember one time he was telling her, don't tell on me. I told him not to say that ever again. You want to know why? Because when it comes a moment that if anything was to happen to her and somebody told her not to say anything, she would listen. But see, I tell my daughter, you tell me everything. And me as a parent, with all the context clues, as a parent, I'm going to assess the situation and do what I'm supposed to do responsibly. But if me as a parent don't have everything that I need to make a proper assessment, how is it my fault that something happens to my child? Is it my fault that I send my child off to school and the teacher hits on them? Is it my fault that I instill my son into Boy Scouts and one of the troop leaders hits on him? Is it my fault that I place my child into church and one of the deacons mess with them? It's perplexing, to say the least. And I just wanted to bring this particular story to the forefront because not once, but twice, these women had opportunity. This particular woman, Suzette, had an opportunity to give all the facts to another parent, and she chose not to. When she also labels the same young lady as her niece, she was a parent. She was placed in a parental position, and she dropped the ball along with all the other parents, if you want to say. Show me a perfect parent, and I'll show you a lie. I'm going to end there. And we're going to dive deeper on different situations, not anymore with R.Kelly. Hopefully we put this whole situation to rest when it comes to the like of R.Kelly and where the parents were when it comes to this situation, because you can't really tell me no perfect parent moved accordingly in this whole situation. You can't. Allegedly, I think it was Juice or whatever, mom or whoever was involved, was in the thick of into the thick of this, was right in that thing. Then we had the likes of allegedly Dominique's mother. But we can't couple in all of the parents because you had some knuckleheads. That's not fair. That's just not fair. We make mistakes as parents. We absolutely do. But we cannot allow the mistakes deflect from the real culprit at hand. And that's no other than the likes of Robert Sylvester Kelly, who's on trial. Until we see parents and the handlers on trial, we need to stop deflecting. Because if any of those parents really has some major involvement in this, they will be on trial. Let me get into the chat. I hope got that all together for you guys. Let me see what you guys have to say in regards to everything. We're gonna wrap it up. Who is this Juice girl and what's her real name? Exactly. I don't know, girl. Don't get me lying. Don't get me lying. That's exactly what they think. Amber is sick. You are exactly right, Whitney. R.Kelly is to blame. Period. Period. Eni says, does anyone know who was the one who that the emotional breakdown? They're saying that was Lisette, if I'm not mistaken. Lisette, I think that's her name. Look, I don't know, Lord. I don't know these people names like that. She let her daughter stay with him. Yeah. Alice says no, but they put forward the audio of oh yeah. I know about that. Let me scroll down. Ashanti McGee did reach out to the Savages and Clary's. See? You see what I'm saying? And what happened once she reached out? It was a show. Right? Just no different from the Clarys. When they found out what was going on, all H broke loose. It's what you do with the information, if you ask me. But what is alleged to be so is Peyton, Andrea Peyton is Juice. Shalette says it was all about the money when it comes to the hired help. I think so too. And Suzette, earlier in her testimony, was stating that she got $800 every 2 weeks, every other week. It sounds like a regular job. Like, girl. Monique said, I had that happen to me as well. And I told the child to get away from me because I don't want nobody thinking I was trying to do something with them. I stay far away. Exactly. Like I said, I'm small. I got hit on all the time. You know what I'm saying? All the freaking time. I'm going to put in the chat if you guys would like to come in and talk. I got a few minutes. Okay, there goes the link. All right. I am going to also, I'm going to pin it up top. And if you guys would like to come in and talk, then you're more than welcome to do so. But here you go. Okay, I'm just in the comments seeing what you guys have to say. But if you guys would like to come in and say something, the link is in the description box, okay? Oh, you're okay. You're okay. Run it back. MJ said Dominique's mother was allegedly complicit. Well, yeah, allegedly they said that she was one of those parents that knew what Dominique was doing, and Dominique allegedly was, you know what I'm saying, paying her mom. Allegedly. I don't know. This is StreamYard. Yeah, this is StreamYard. So you guys can come in if you would like to. Okay. You don't have to come on screen, but we can talk about what, is presented. Okay. her is Valerie Payton. Juice. Valerie Payton. Okay. Yes, do what Amber said. Please hit that thumbs up, the like button, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so, okay? Dominique was the one R. Kelly had dressed like a boy after a while. Yes. And to this day, she ain't put not on a baseball cap or nothing like that. Just forcing these women to do stuff, these individuals to do stuff, like just crazy. Okay, so Valerie Payton is the mother. Okay, Andrea is Juice. That's the daughter. MJ allegedly Dominique's was dating R. Kelly's bodyguard throughout some. I don't know. I didn't hear that. Don't get me lying. Nicole says, pure logic, compassion, and genuine kindness. You have touched my heart to stop being judgmental and to be more compassionate. Thank you. Thank you. That's my whole point. And you know, and I'm not taking up for anybody. And you guys are fully aware of my dynamics when it comes to Angelo, and I don't hide that. I don't give a darn how nobody feels. But that's neither here nor there. My only thing is I'm a parent. And like I'm very transparent with you guys. I literally just dropped the ball July 7th. It will be smeared in my head for the rest of my life. And I wouldn't do none of y'all service if I sit up here and sat back and been judgmental. Mind you, I'm also a product of childhood sexual abuse myself. And my mama worked hard and was working hard. And I never said anything to my mom. I didn't say anything to my mom until I got older. And guarantee you, when she knew all the context, all hell broke loose. These parents, some of them, did not know. So if you continue to choose to keep blaming them, now you're just being ignorant. And if you want to continue to dwell in it, then you can dwell in it. But I like to know the full context of everything. See, me, I know my child. As young as my daughter is, she's 6. She lies. All children do. You lied. I lied to my mom whenever I was 16 and got pregnant. She knew nothing. I was spoiled. That's why I guess it's another tug in my heart when it comes to this situation with the Clarys. They were oblivious. Sorry. They were. Shame on them. Spoiled, excuse my French, spoiled ass kids. Okay? You know us girls know how to say what we need to say to our parents. Please, you come on now. I'm just realistic. I'm just too realistic. I am. But I just can't sit back knowing all the context. Mind you, hearing Suzette's testimony, hearing her say on 2 occasions she was around the parents and said nothing. And so I'm still supposed to blame them because they didn't know. It just don't make any sense. But it makes more sense to blame them because they put her in harm's way. How did they know she was in harm's way? Well, they should did their research about how he was. Are y'all remembering what was going on years ago with R. Kelly? Nothing. Lie to me and tell me we all knew all of this was going on. No, we didn't. We knew about the old 1919 sex tape that he got off on. Y'all are basing your judgments off of what we know present day, and that's not fair. That's just not fair, and it's just not realistic. We didn't know all of this. Lie in the chat and say that you did. I'm waiting. Lie in the chat and say that, oh, we knew all of this. You didn't know all of this. We didn't know until the Savages sat up there on the stand. Did they news press and came out with everything. We heard speculations, but that was it. And you want to say, oh, well, that's all we need to know. Okay. What about Michael Jackson? Shall I go on? If you want to point fingers at all these Hollywood individuals. Child, I ain't got time. I'm just too realistic for y'all. I am. Thank you, Sharonda, for the donation. Thank you for the cash out. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm not fixing to sit here and pass judgment because I'm not a perfect parent. I'm not, clearly. Like I told y'all, my son almost drowned. I am not a perfect parent. I can't say nothing. I can't judge or say nothing. Because if I had the opportunity to put my daughter before JoJo Siwa, I would, because she adores JoJo Siwa. And, you know, I would want that opportunity. But then I could be judgmental and say, well, she did just come out as being, bisexual. Look, okay, don't get me going. Y'all need to put your personal feelings aside and look at all the context of everything and make a proper assessment as an adult, not as no childish, frustrated individual. This ain't even y'all life. Y'all not going through this. I've went through something, but this ain't my life. This ain't my life. I can't be that judgmental for something that I am not going through. So, I just can't. I'm sorry. I can't be judgmental like that because I'm not a perfect parent. I'm not. I'm going to drop the ball, and as my children get older, I'm going to drop the ball. I'm going to miss stuff. But we sat up here and we heard these particular parents take responsibility. It'd be different if they were just like oblivious and no, they were like, I missed the signs. I didn't see it. That's a parent. I broke down back in July. I was like, I shouldn't take my eyes off of him. I was frantic. I felt horrible. But ain't no way in heck y'all gonna tell me because one situation, I'm just a horrible parent. Probably one bad parenting call, but no. But I absolutely take accountability because I'm an adult. Something that R.Kelly to this day is not doing. He's literally on stand saying he's not guilty. And y'all want to sit here and keep blaming the parents? When you heard one particular parent say, I'm responsible, I dropped the ball, I missed it, but you have a man who actually did something, say he's not guilty. It's just, I just can't. I just can't. Are we serious? You have a man on stand that is actually committing the crimes, but we say that it's the parent's fault, and the parent is saying, you know what? Yeah, I take accountability for my part in it. But this man says he did nothing. LaRonda says, taking accountability is the main thing. Thought this live was about the parents. It was. You're coming in on the end part. I broke down everything at the beginning of it. So I did. We assessed everything. Now we're just talking and shooting the ish in regards to everything that we just covered. So yeah. But in at the end of the day, the responsibility is still not on the parents. That's the point. And as we listen to different stories, not just with R. Kelly trial, but all these other situations, let's see if we're going to be talking about the parents in those situations too. So, and then just to answer you, these particular parents actually held themselves accountable and responsible for their part. No other parents have, to my knowledge. I remember hearing Aaliyah mom said that she never left her side. She got married. Last I checked, her mama wasn't there. Mr. C said that's not good enough. Okay, so what are you looking for? What more do you want from the parents? Did they commit a crime? Did they commit racketeering against their children or their child? Did they make their child eat feces and smear it out on their face? Did they rape, beat, belittle, berate their children? Because that's what R. Kelly is on trial for, not these parents. That's an honest question, Miss Cecilia. I just want to know. Gillian said, Alice, all this sick ish is connected. If you shine the light somewhere else, it deflects from what you really need to see or should be looking at. Old military tactic, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what everybody's doing. And it has nothing to do with the case. Nothing to do with what this man did to these women, men, and children. Nothing. Very deflective. It reminds me of when a victim finally comes out and says something, and then they blame them. It's like, what? I don't know. Monique says, do you remember the Epstein case? I do. But what I really, really, really remember is the Harvey Weinstein case. Yeah. The one that nobody had an issue with. Like, that, it's over and done. And he paid them people millions. Mind you, these young ladies stated that they knew his history. And they still messed around with him for industry purposes. And they still got paid. Oh, but see, those were little white girls. They got their justice. But see, these little black women, like I said, and black girls, it's the parents' fault. They were fast. They wanted R. Kelly. It's all about money. Thelma said, the parents is not responsible for the abuse from R. Kelly. It's just a sick person. I mean, I'm telling you. Alice says, I'm sure a lot of these handlers are fearful as well of betraying R. Kelly. They know his goons and capabilities, yes. But they've a lot of them committed perjury, and it's going to come out, unfortunately. Ornisha said, I just feel like as a parent, and this is only my opinion, Aaliyah's mother is the one I will always question, only because she's still denying it. Miss the cat is out the bag. It would have stopped there. That's what I'm saying. At least you're pointing the fingers where it needs to be. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm making this very clear. Am I saying no parents are to be blamed? Hell no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying make sure you give the energy to the right parents that were really involved, not for these parents that miss or drop the ball, because you're not a perfect parent. You can say, well, my child is not pregnant. Good, but I bet you they smoking weed somewhere. Oh, my child ain't doing that. Oh, but I bet you they doing something else. There's no perfect parent. You dropped the ball somewhere. And I guarantee you there are other parents looking at you like horrible parenting skills. I just refuse to be judgmental because I've made some mistakes and my children are young. I can only imagine when they're teenagers and they are more manipulative. I was. But yes, ma'am. Like, she still is taking no responsibility for her part in dropping the ball with her child. Monique says the parents and children are gonna need a lot of therapy, baby. Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody stepping back and actually thinking about what the parents are dealing with now. You gotta understand what them girls, boys went through. And they were children. A lot of them are older now. We just heard about one Jane Doe breaking down hearing the audio. So can you imagine what the Clarys are going through with Azriel, the one that was still there? Can you imagine what the Savages are going to be going through when Joycelyn finally comes home and she's still in it? I just refuse. Not these. Some I'm looking sideways at, but not these particular parents, because I'm just like, I, of course, remember the Epstein case. South Park did an episode on that. If they spoke, so much more will come to the light. Plus, they would obviously incriminate themselves for sure. Yeah. And y'all got to understand, it's going to be criminal actions that will take place after this. So everybody's treading lightly on this. But child, Anisha said, but yet no one get monetary rewards. No one has a house on the hills. They are still where they were when before entering his. Yeah, exactly. Everybody want to throw out there is a money grab. It's money. Where is the money? Where was the cash out? Where's the investment? LaRonda says, so you don't want people to blame as parents. I don't care what you do. I'm just saying make a fair assessment when you know all the factors involved. That's all I'm saying. I don't care who you blame. At the end of the day, I'm going to click this X and be gone. I just want to put a perspective out there just as well as I will with all these other stories. I don't blame them. I don't blame the Savages' parents, the Joycelyn's parents. I don't blame anybody's parents. I'm looking a little sideways at Dominique's mother. I'm looking a little sideways at Aaliyah's mother. Because just how now, knowing the information they know, how they're handling it. It's just, but you can make whatever assessment that you want. Y'all grown. But I'm just saying, get all the context clues and let us not forget stuff that's been put out there. And now we got more pieces of the puzzle. You had people around that were saying nothing to them. So can I blame them if they didn't know everything? No, that's me though. You already clearly got in your mind that you still blame them, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, they're not on trial. R.Kelly is. And furthermore, his handlers are cooperating. But why would they be cooperating if nothing was wrong? That's who I blame. Hey, Michelle. Monique said, Oh, Rhonda, no, you fine, baby. Let me make this very clear, y'all. I'm a passionate speaker, but I don't take none of this to heart, okay? You are fine, honey bunches. You are absolutely fine, okay? I don't want you to feel no type of way. This is good. This is a dialect. We are good. You are good. Ask away, honey. You are just fine, okay? Michelle said, you can't drop the ball by allowing a well-known pedophile to take your daughter, your baby girl, in his home to mentor her, pay for all her needs, and later on ask this same person for jobs. Actually, see, that's whenever you put false information out there, okay? In regards to them dropping the ball, they did drop the ball with that. They did. However, do you really think, and that's what I'm saying, people to me aren't using, like, not saying you, but because it's other people that think like you. Common sense would tell me, if they knew without a shadow of doubt all this stuff was going on, you really think that they would have been proposing job situation, stuff like that? They never hid that. They never hid that. We heard in the interview, they built up a rapport with this guy. How many of us have built up a rapport with individuals and they shysted us? I'm just saying, I guess I just view realistically with some things. And nobody asked him for a job. That's false. I've read the transcripts, and Azriel wanted her mom there. And from what I would think, she knew what was going on with her. And so she wanted somebody close to her there. But her mama didn't ask. Azriel asked for her mom to do that. So that's what I'm saying. We need to put all the information out there, not just pick and choose and then put stuff together. That's not fair. But do I blame them? Absolutely. I blame them for their part. But they weren't the only parent that dropped the ball. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, why are y'all making them, the Clarys, the face of this? That's what I'm trying to gather. Why are y'all making the Clarys be the face of this whole R. Kelly thing? They are the ones that are getting come down on real bad. And I just told you, Louis' mom did the same thing, even worse than what y'all are saying Miss Alice did. His mom fanned out. Where's the protest with her? Where's the blame with her? That's what I'm saying. Let's not just put all the effort in them when they clearly, I'll say like this. I don't kick people while they're down. Y'all can do that, but I don't do that. When you clearly see them on an interview saying, I messed up, I didn't see the signs, blah, 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 and I'm still supposed to be like, you should have known better. Like, no, I'm going to be like, I get that. I get that. And as a parent, I'm going to see how you're going to move with what you know now. So I don't know, but to my recollection, from what I read in the transcripts, Miss Allison asked for no job. That's what Azriel wanted her to do. And see, that's why you guys can't just read. You got to comprehend what you're reading and understand what you're reading. Because a lot of falsehoods was put out there. After we read them, we like, wait, what? That's not true. That wasn't true. So, I'm blaming all parents. Well, that's fine. What you feel about R. Kelly? You said no, she told her mom to ask. I read with you on Canic cross examination. Yeah, but you said that. I just said that. I just said that. She told her mom to ask. She wanted her mom there. But that was not something that Miss Alice never asked for that. Sorry, y'all. My camera went out. Okay, I'm back. But that's not something that Miss Alice asked. That's not something she wanted. I'm blaming all players, but parents is the first blame. All right, love. Okay. Okay. All right. But Alice, she didn't ask. Let's be clear with that. She didn't ask. I don't know where you got that information from. Her mom did not ask. Her mom didn't ask. She did not ask. Where are you getting that from? You didn't hear me say that. You didn't hear me say that. You heard Canic kept trying to say that, and Azriel said no. So I don't know what you're talking about, though. Hey, Serenity. Hey, Honey Bunches of Oats. Michelle says Azriel was only 17 years old. She was. Look, like I said, this is not here to convince any of y'all. Many of y'all probably don't even have kids. And furthermore, if you do, I guarantee you your kids aren't perfect. You didn't make a perfect decision, okay, in regards to your children, okay? I guarantee you, you know, if you are a perfect parent, then you are better than Jesus. You're better than Jesus. We're all his children, and we make some stupid choices as children of God. So if you're better than God, kudos to you. Did a parent tell their daughter to wear leggings and crop top? No. Azriel clarified that. That's what Canic said. And she said, no, my mom actually told me not to dress sexually. Oh, get it? Michelle said, I got 5 kids, 2 boys, 3 girls. That's what's up. I got 3. And I got a teenager. And he is not perfect. He in trouble now. Okay? But at the end of the day, I'm just saying ain't no perfect parent. None. But if we're focusing on facts, and the facts is a trial that's going on, and the facts with that trial is who is held on trial, and that's R. Kelly. There's nobody else on defense with him but R. Kelly. Monique said they had their own careers. That's why they asked Kelly for a parental guardian and signed it. And they're not the only people that do that. That's what's done in the music industry. Did we forget about Rihanna? Oh, yeah, let's talk about it. Rihanna got signed over to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Do your research. She was like 14, 15 when she came out with her first song. Then there was Justin Bieber. This is what they do in Hollywood, if you didn't know. Let's go to Usher, Jermaine Dupri. What's not true? What's not true? Okay, we got somebody. Her mother told her not to dress too grown. Yes, her mother told her not to dress too grown. Bow Wow, thank you. Yep. Hey, Nene.
Hey Whitney, hi everybody.
Hello.
So
What do you have to say?
I just have a question because I noticed with a like in the beginning stages, like before, as far as like the parents and stuff like that. Wouldn't you say it's a question? It's not even really more of an opinion. Wouldn't you say that a lot of the parents let their child go with R. Kelly because he was acquitted from the last case? Like, would you say like that's your opinion? Because it seemed like I'm starting to accept that at that point because it's like, all right, everybody had this idea, and then like on the documentary, people were saying like, well, he was acquitted, so we didn't know. We just went along with what was said on a documentary. Just a question, like, how do you feel about
No.
that?
I can't speak for them because I'm not them. I can just give my perspective. And Winnie, no, see, y'all getting my words misconstrued. Let me just clear this up, Nene. I'm saying this is what they do in the industry as far as mentorship. Okay.
Okay.
People
Okay.
get mentored all the time in the industry. Okay.
Right.
Be it that they sign off stuff. No, not necessarily. I didn't say that. Okay. But
Right.
she was going on tour. Okay. And so they needed consent, but they didn't give him consent. Let's be
Right.
clear. It was a female. They were under the impression that it was a female with the label, not in association with him, with the label. Okay.
Right.
But anyways, I'm not gonna go back and forth with that.
No,
Anyways, okay.
because it was like before the case came about and it turned into this. It's like everybody, like when we heard specs of it, it was just like people was like, oh well, he was acquitted. So and then like you hear that in the documentary a lot.
Right.
And I just had one more question. Do you, if you seen the documentary, do you remember that lady that did Rob's hair? You remember her? She was an
Yes,
older,
the stylist.
yeah. Wouldn't you say, because you know how the one of the girls who just went on the stand, she claims that she ain't see here and she denied everything about Rob. Wouldn't you say that the lady who did Rob's hair was the main one who honestly did not see or wasn't a witness to anything?
Well, let me answer your first question in regards to what you just said as far as why did they keep going.
Right.
Okay. What I would think under my impression, that if I can just be honest with you, I would think that it's not going to happen to me. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he learned his lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, think about it, Nene. Like, we didn't really hear anything else about R. Kelly up to any other antics. I mean, did you? After Aaliyah, we really didn't hear much of anything else. So me, I would think, I'm not speaking for any of the parents, this is just Whitney's opinion again.
Right.
I would think they would be like, well, maybe he learned from that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is not going to happen to me, or I'm going to handle this differently.
Right.
And went into it thinking that, okay, I'm marking all the X's and stuff like that, not slowing down to take notice of, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't do this like this. Maybe I shouldn't do this like that. That's just what I would say, when it comes to that. Is that okay or no? No, I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know what they were thinking to move forward. But that's what I'm saying. They weren't the only people that were still involved with R. Kelly. Why did any of these other stars continue to go on and work with him and stuff like this, knowing that? And we actually saw a clip from Yo-Yo where she said that her daughter got a number from him. And she said nothing too. Why is that? Why didn't she say? So my thing is that people can say what they want to say until it happens to them. And until you are in that situation, you can't be really judgmental because you don't know what you would do. I can say what I would do, as a parent in any kind of situation until it happens to me. And then it goes a different way.
Exactly.
But in regards to the documentary, also what you said, as far as, I think you said the stylist said she didn't see anything. I would think anybody being around this man saw something. I would think they would be lying, if you ask me.
Right.
Because, I mean, you got to be just oblivious to have not seen anything. And you were exposed. Because she did say, she was like, she just did his hair and she was out. And then what happened? It happened to her. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. That's a very good question. That's a very good concept as to bringing up. But I don't think anybody being around him actually in the midst of that could sit there and say that they didn't see anything. I don't think so.
Yeah, because I know we still are like, the beginning stages of the case, but I know there's a lot of names is being brought up, and I'm like, all right, well, she should be brought up. And I noticed in the comments, everybody's talking about like Aaliyah's parents. Your honest opinion, do you feel like, even though Aaliyah passed away, do you feel like Aaliyah's parents will be called into court to speak up? Because, I mean, the same way how you look at her parents different, I'm looking at her parents different too. So I feel like they should go on the stand and talk as well. Like something got to give.
Well, from what I heard, allegedly, they own his masters, or they own something of his. It was exchanged. That's what I'm saying. Shady stuff like that makes me look at a parent, not doing stupid parental stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not doing your due diligence, but you accepting money, you doing a trade-off. That's what make me look at parents and be like, wait, what? Not okay, you didn't Google, you know what I'm saying? Or okay, you did, you know what I'm saying? Or you just thought you was just gonna be big and bad, huh? Stuff like that made me be like, well, but you accepting gifts, bribes, money, you just didn't see nothing, you didn't notice anything. That makes me be like,
Yep, that's just like the girl that got urinated on. Her parents got paid off too. And now supposedly she's supposed to be speaking up. Supposedly, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, those are the questions that I had because I was just thinking about it and I'm like, all right, this is not making no sense. But
I mean, I'm just saying that's why I'm saying, like, when you get the full contents of everything, I just feel as though that's when you assess everything differently. And thank you, Liana. She said, so no one has ever seen the video of Miss Alice Clary, running up on stage, attacking R.Kelly, looking for ass.
Yep,
she got arrested and her son, and yes, ass was there at the time. They continue to fight once they heard. It'll be different. I would have looked at them differently if they didn't. And my thing is this, knowing all of that, if they knew all of this and stuff like that, why act like that?
Right.
If you knew what was going on, if you was okay with everything, why attack? Why act the fool? Why do all of that?
That's what I'm saying.
We didn't even know them until the documentary. We didn't even know that they were going through this, or they exist. We didn't even know Azriel. That's what I'm saying. It's just weird how people are just like, receiving this when none of us knew this was happening. I was blindsided. Yeah, we heard about Aaliyah and stuff like that. That didn't stop y'all from listening to Aaliyah's music when half of it was produced by him. That didn't stop y'all from listening to TP2.com and all this stuff like that from him, or the Chocolate Factory, or a Dance Step in the Name of Love. We kept going on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We kept going on.
Yep.
And so, do I believe that was okay for people to trust him and stuff like that? No, but then again, it's just like, what I mean, it's just, I don't know. I
feel the same way. I feel the same way. I do. It's just like I understand where you're coming from, because I agree with everything you're saying. It was just like all the names and the spectrums and everything. It was just like, I'm questioning. I'm like, there's more people that needs to be on that stand. But then again, we still at the beginning stages. But I'm really hoping, like, a lot of these people that everybody's mentioned in the comments, like, they go on that stand and they talk. They need to talk. Like, at this point, there's no, let me hide out, or they're not going to call me, or no. Everybody needs to
Well, they participating. A lot of them are participating, to say the least.
Right.
A lot of them are participating. And what y'all got to understand is, and that's why I'm saying, get mad, get angry, that's fine. But we're going to see what parents were really involved here soon. And y'all got to understand, right now, the focus is R.Kelly. It should be. That's why I'm saying, no. If y'all want to say the parents were involved, cool. Let them see that day in court. If they did anything wrong, they're going to be held accountable. Feds don't play, as y'all see. So my thing is, let's focus on this Negro, get him behind bars, and then let's see who all was involved. And then it's going to be another trial. That's why these people involved are trading lightly. They're not really talking as much. They're lying and stuff because they don't want to be apprehended themselves. But I guess just to me, my focus is more so on who's on trial right now. I'm not being deflective. If y'all want to say parents, it'll come out. Everything else is coming out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you, Nene. I want everybody to be held accountable, but that needs to be held accountable. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. But I thank you for answering my questions. Everybody, like, share, subscribe.
You're welcome.
Keep it cute. Don't get the boo. Be nice, everyone.
Okay.
And one more thing, Whitney. I don't want to hear no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm gonna email you some adoption papers because I need you as my mom. Okay, so look out for that. Okay. And if you deny, I'm gonna take you to court.
Oh my God. Okay, baby. Okay. Guys, just don't hit me with child support.
Love you, Whitney.
Love you too, Nene. Anybody else would like to come on? You're more than welcome to. I don't bite. I told y'all I don't take this seriously. She drinking a Capri Sun. Me? No, I don't got no. I got some Capri Suns, but I ain't drinking it now. But yeah, I don't take. Look, this is a healthy conversation because I get your frustrations. I get it. What am I getting exclusive on, Angelo? Let's say Monique said, if the state offers them immunity, they are gonna speak out, I believe. Who you talking about? You talking about the people that's involved? I could be wrong, but if they were going to offer immunity, I would think they already would have done it because they did for Demetrius. They gave him immunity. So I don't know. LaRonda, you think so too? You think so too, LaRonda? Were you talking about me, Jerissa, drinking a Capri Sun? I can. Oh, wait. Can I post this? Can I upload this? Hold on, y'all. I got another exclusive. Hold on. Let me see if I got the okay on this. Can I post it? Hold on, let me see. But still, can I post it though? Oh, okay. Here we go, y'all. Got another exclusive. It's like 2 seconds. But again, it just shows where were the parents? We keep asking, where were the parents? I got a little snippet of what they were trying to do, what was going on for them to be involved. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. I'm uploading. And let me just, I'm going to show y'all the few little exclusive stuff. Monique said his handlers. No. Not his handlers, girl. Let me go on and put this on the screen. Let me share my screen with y'all real quick or whatever. Share my screen with you guys for this exclusive content real quick. Uh-oh. There we go. Y'all ready? Uh-oh. Did I put the right one? That's okay. Oh, wrong thing. Hold on, y'all. Where were the parents? Where were the parents? Where were the parents? Ooh, who is that? Who's that? So I can give y'all. That's Miss Alice with the popos. Well. Why would Miss Alice be doing all of this? She knew what was all going on. I mean, you know. So, who was that? I think it was there it goes. This is what you're talking about? Lana, was this what you was talking about? This video? This was when Miss Alice was trying to go to the concert and get ass. This is some never seen before content. So where were the parents fighting once they got all the information, like normal parents would? Not just sitting around because they knew what they did. They knew they sold their children. They knew that, like some of these parents are just sitting back because they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing, so they was just sitting back, fighting for her daughter. But why? Didn't she sell her child off? Didn't she get her child sold off though? Why is she gonna be fighting for her if she sold her child? But I will show you somebody else who was involved and who did what they had to do in order to make sure that their boss was good. This person may even look a little familiar. Let me share the screen again. This is another exclusive. Okay, you're seeing it here first on Whitney DTV. Let me pull this up and then we're gonna get on up out of here, okay? Let me share my screen with you guys. Oh, who's that? If you guys don't know who that is, that's Don Russell. Yeah, Don Russell is one of the handlers of R.Kelly. That clip looks a little familiar, doesn't it? Because it's the same clip that I just played for you guys with the likes of Miss Alice. Yeah, see, he had to make sure the parents were nowhere around. But why? Because see, that's what handlers do. That's what all of them was doing. Keeping the parents away. So I leave you with this. Until you get all the full context of stuff, I really feel like the blame should be on the person that's on trial. Carla says, I think there should be something done to the girls for admitting they're about their age. Well, let me tell you why that's not going to happen. Because there's this little thing called minor protection. And in several states, it's up to the predator to confirm age. That's why it's called consent. You got consent, a consensual age. Because they know most kids gonna lie. And when you have questions like this, and when you state stuff like this, you're then putting the blame again on the alleged victims. They got what they got because I didn't know how old she was. Well, shame on you. You should do your due diligence. But we can blame the parents, though, right? Statements like this is why we're going to continue to have pedophiles roaming the earth. Somebody wanted it to be bigger. There y'all go. I can't, my screen is weird. Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit more without it acting up. But yeah, that's Don Russell. Yeah, it won't let me, y'all. I can't get it any bigger unless I download it. And I was trying to hurry up and get it on the screen for y'all. Yeah, look at this. A handler. A handler. Live in effect. And last I checked, he's in jail. So, anyways, okay. So let's stop that there. Let me get back on the screen. We're gonna wrap this up. Again, this video in no way, shape, or form, and you guys can manipulate it, cut it down, chop it up, pick what you want to out of it. This whole point of this video is not for you to not place blame on the parents and all this stuff like this. Again, I don't care who you place blame on, but it's really asinine not to place blame on the murderer. You get what I'm saying? It's like you place blame on the gun or the bullet, but not the person that pulls the trigger. So, not for nothing, whoever you decide to blame, make sure you keep that same energy when you do something wrong as a parent, when you make the wrong choice as a parent, when you don't follow the guidelines as one would expect for you to. Let's see if you keep that same energy. Monique says, that pic of ass sitting on his lap, she don't look no older than 13. I don't care what he thought she was. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When you make comments like, you know, it should be some blame on them. What? No, it needs to be blame on this big grown, nasty penis man, because we wouldn't have this conversation if he didn't do all this stuff to them. It's a lot of mentorships that have been great over the years for a lot of up-and-coming celebrities. This dynamics didn't work. Regardless of what you want to say, how they got there, they were there. And if he did right, we wouldn't be in court today. There are several stories where people gain mentorship and they don't get touched by their mentor. So y'all can continue to deflect, continue to blame the parents, continue to blame everybody but the person that is at fault. Because if he did right by his mentorship with these individuals who were going to him for mentorship, we would not be here today. So y'all can deflect. You can blame the parents. You can blame the girls, the boys, all you want. But at the end of the day, it's still R.Kelly's fault. And that's just period. I hope you guys take what you need from this. But most of all, I just pray that you guys have a blessed and safe night. I will be back to you guys on a regular note on tomorrow. But this was my first installment in series of Where Were the Parents? Okay. And we are going to be looking at different stories pertaining to the likes of situations like this. Because as you guys see over here to the left in that little corner, that right there is Mary. Okay. She married her 6th grade student. I guess the parents are to blame in that situation too for sending their children off to class, right? Right? We're going to dive deep into that dynamics on next week. And if nothing more, you guys tune in on Friday where we get a little amped up here. Check this out. That's right. Join me on Friday for combos. Oh, wait. For music and combos with me, Whitney D. We have a good time. We play games. We shoot the ish. I'll show you a softer side of me. Y'all be taking this right here so seriously. But I don't take none of this seriously, you guys. I click out of here and I am gone. Out of your minds and all of that. You know, don't take me too seriously. I'm a cool person. Trust you me. I'm telling you, I don't take none of this seriously. This is not my life, fortunately. But unfortunately, this is some people's life. And I just don't play with it because I don't know everything. And I'm not going to be judgmental of that because I don't know. I was not there. You know, on the contrary, I have my children and they're safe and sound. But these people have to deal with this for the rest of their lives. Their lives have been changed for the rest of their lives. And so not for nothing, join me on Friday for a good time. Now, tomorrow I will continue transcripts reading. We have left off from John Doe number 1. So tune in. We're going to finish talking about him and his story, you know, and go from there. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Okay. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in tonight. If you would like to send me an email or anything, send it to reviewswithwhitneyD@gmail.com. If you want to embark on this YouTube journey and you need help with your graphics or whatever the case may be, check me out at whitneydavisplanning@gmail.com or whitneydavisplanning.com. Okay. Not for nothing, that is it. You can support my channel. It's scrolling down below with a monetary donation. Let me see. Yeah, everyone comes. Yep. What time tomorrow? Probably around the same time, 7:30. I usually go on later in the afternoon because my kiddos can be taken care of. Okay. But I love y'all so very much. And I will see you guys on tomorrow. Y'all have a blessed night. Okay. Bye.